3, 2, 1. Marry me and welcome to Cosmic Dragon, the YouTube channel where I will be doing and posting different pagan related topic videos. This video is just pretty much a starting video, an introduction to the channel, and a quick little where do I go for reference for learning about paganism. Where do I start? I'm pagan, now what? How about that? Or I want to learn paganism, now what? Where do I go? I would get into details, I would get into more, but I'm going to save those for future videos, as I could go on and on and on. I love to talk, so yeah, I'm a talkative witch. Let me get into saying that, first of all, paganism is an earth-based religion. Pagan is pretty much an earth-based heathen. It's, to me, it's about spiritual growth. It's about self-growth. Spiritual growth. It's about discovering yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and say this, and that, this video and from now on, I agree to disagree with you. If you agree to disagree with me, we all have different views, we all have different thoughts, we all have different ways that we've been taught and we have learned. Therefore, there will be no, negativity on this channel, because it's about, I spread love, and hopefully you could be with me in agreeing to that, and to positivity, because we don't need any more negative in this world. So, you want to know what paganism is. You want to know where to go to learn more about paganism, Wicca, witchcraft, many different names under pagan, the pagan term the umbrella term of pagan. Well, I'm not going to get into too much details because obviously YouTube will only allow so much time, and like I said, I can go on and on forever, and then there we go. I have like maybe about 515 minutes videos or something. Who knows? First of all, utilize communities. Utilize Facebook groups. Utilize Google Plus groups. I feel like 20 years ago we wouldn't be saying this. We would be like, go to the library, look up paganism, talk to people who are pagan. Maybe like going to a Unitarian church or something and finding pagan people there. Anything of that nature. Today, in 2016, it's Google it, Google Plus, there's Google Plus groups or communities, there's Yahoo groups, there's Facebook pages, and there's people that you can find. There's a good source of community and finding people. It's a site called Witchvox. This is a site that you can connect to other people in your town, in your local area, or even just get in contact with people online and find out, hey, I would like to know more about this, or I would like to know about that. Another good resource is going to about.com, looking up pagan. They have a whole section on pagan and what pagan is, what the pagan is, and what, different things, traditions, the Sabbaths, the holidays that we celebrate. And that we honor, the wheel of the year. It explains moon phases. I mean, you want to know stuff there. That's a great place to start. You got your Witchvox, good place to start to find people to connect to. You got pagan, about.com, or about.com/pagan. I will leave the links in the description so that you can go to those. So that's a good place to start learning. Llewellyn is not only just a publishing place that publishes books that are good resources, but is also a good site to go to read articles, to read about different topics in paganism. Another website I've been to is called the Pomegranate, which is a scholarly type journal for discussions of pagan topics. I'm sorry, I have one that that was in my mind and I kind of forgot, so. But I will leave links in the descriptions to these different sources for you, to website sources you can get to, as well as links to the books, these 3 books I have. I mean, there is a plethora of books. I mean, you want to know about pagan or witchcraft or anything, Wicca, it's under the sun. But I'm going to give you the 3 best that I think are good, that I have looked at in my collection. But other than that, there's, just a really quick, besides the 3 I'm going to talk to you about right now, there's Raymond Buckland, there's Christopher Penczak, DJ Conway, Amber Kay, just to name a few. There's so many out there, but those are 4 that pop in my head that I've read their books on. Deborah Blake is another one. I have to give a shout out to that one, to her, because she has some excellent books that I've read that are simple to read or easy to understand. And that's another author. And again, things will be in the description if you want to be led to more information. My first book I'm going to show you, and I recommend anything by Scott Cunningham. He's passed away in 93, and he has written many books on the Wiccan tradition, earth-based religion. I highly recommend when you do actually, like if you're in a bookstore or library, you pick up a pagan book, a book on, anything on the pagan umbrella. I would recommend looking at the content, looking at what's in the head of what you're gonna expect to see in the book, and pretty much leaf through the book, find something that maybe sticks out to you, see if you like it, see if it's an easy read, see if you understand it. I like his style of writing. I like his he puts it in simple terms, and I also think it's a good idea when you are reading and studying, have a notebook, have a journal of sorts, so you could take notes, so you know what you're learning. And if you have questions, you can highlight or do whatever to alert yourself, hey, I want to look into more of what this is. The next book is by a man who I've met, who I had the pleasure of meeting a few years ago at Pagan Spirit Gathering. His name is Raven Grimassi. This is his book. It's called Crafting Wiccan Traditions. Pretty much is this book as well goes over history. It goes over practice tips, rituals, meanings to things, symbolism, how to do things, pretty much like how to stand and you're doing rituals, things like that. A little bit into history as well. He goes into more depth than Scott Cunningham. I think this would be a good follow-up once you figure out, okay, maybe I want to start crafting my own little tradition. I want to incorporate certain things into what I do. And this book will be a good starting point to guide you into how to bring that in. Like if you want to bring like the practice of, like I like to do things with Buddhism and stuff like that, the practice of Buddha into my spiritual practice. So I've added that and I've crafted that into my Wiccan tradition. Now, yeah, I know there's going to be some people who will disagree. I think I'm consider myself more eclectic, where if it works for me, yeah, it's from maybe another way of doing things, like including something to do with Buddha in my life, then it works for me. Because this is my spiritual path. This is my path that I'm going on. My journey. My self-discovery. And if it works for me, it works for me. But I do stick to a lot of making sure that nothing, like the big law of and do as you will but harm none. Like when I do blessings and prayers at night, I always end with something I've learned is, as it will and as harm none, so mote it be. That's how I end my little spiritual, or my blessings and prayers. The last book I think is a good one to utilize as well. And I think these kind of books are really good because this is called The Craft, A Witch's Book of Shadow by Dorothy Morrison. That's the book, that's how it looks. Again, I will leave links to Amazon. I want to utilize the Amazon because Amazon, of course, is a go-to place. With this book, not only do you read Oh, let me find an example. You're also, once again, you're getting a history, you're getting lessons, you're pretty much getting lessons, like it's like a handheld lesson in a book, book lessons. There is another book out there, I can go to that later in another video. This one will talk about earth, magic, but the one thing I think, if I can find it, somewhere in here, you can actually write in this book and use it to write in and make notes in. And that's another thing I encourage you. So this has exercises you can try. You learn it, you put it to use, you put it to practice, which is always a good thing to do. With these kind of books, like especially this one, write in the book. Make it yours. Don't just make it, oh, I want to keep it pretty. Write in it. My therapist told me, like different books I've had, or, oh, it's too pretty, I don't want to write it, I don't want to ruin it. No, draw it, make it yours. It's your book, learn. That's what I want. That's what I would encourage you to do with this. I probably might just go ahead and look back at this and start writing in it, taking my own notes. Like, hey, I like that, or let me try that again, because this past year I've been a little out of practice. So, with the websites that I encourage you to go to and check out if you want to learn more, I'll again link those in the description. These are 3 good starter books. Again, Raven Grimassi, Crafting Wiccan Traditions. It's got Cunningham, Wicca for the Solitary Practitioner, and The Craft, a Witch's Book of Shadows. Feel free to leave comments. I know this is not a very detailed, long video. There is so much to cover. But, like I said, I will leave links in the description. I really hope this is a good video that helped start you off on your journey in learning about pagan and what paganism is. Feel free to leave me a comment. Like I said, ask questions. I will help you as best as I can to lead you to the answers. I hope you subscribe to this channel. I will be posting more videos, maybe about talking about my own path, more about paganism, more about anything. I will hopefully, my goal maybe to have some guest people come on with me, people that I know in town that can sit and, we could talk about stuff and put up a little video like that. We can just quickly go over those kind of things. They might be coming to, in parts. They might be a part 1, a part 2, a part 3, who knows. I also like to craft, so there'll probably be like crafty ideas to incorporate into your practice to make things like wands or clay pots or things like that, because I believe that when you craft something for your own practice, you put your own intentions and your own energy into it. And I'll also link a couple, one of my favorite YouTube channels that I like to go to watch with Goddess Rhonda. Yeah, I call her Goddess Rhonda. Anyway, so I will have many links in the description. Like I said, please subscribe. Like up this video so I know that this is going to be helpful. Pass this video around, share it, like it, share it with your friends, share it in the pagan community. And I hope to see you back here soon. Merry meet and merry part. And may you have a wonderful, blessed day. Mwah.